forward to start working for that next step.
So there's a contentment that it's out of the way and you move forward now, right?
Exactly.
Was there ever really a moment where you thought you might come back after the season ended?
You know, I just wanted to take some time. I just didn't want to, you know, the season be over and I'm going to the draft, and you know, you never know. So, you know, I just, you know, sat back, you know, still took everything into account again, like I did last year. Got some feedback, like I did last year, and you know, all signs pointed to me leaving. So, you know, was one of the biggest supporters saying that, you know, it was the right decision for me to leave.
What was the difference between last year and this year in terms of that feedback and where you were?
It's more of myself. I feel like I've grown a lot as a person. You know, I've definitely matured on and off the court a lot more. You know, this year definitely benefited me. And, you know, once you pass up on your dream one time, you know, you never know if you're going to get that chance again. And, you know, it's kind of hard to pass up on it twice.
Did you hear different things? Sorry. Did you hear different things about your readiness in terms of your game, things like that? I mean, did you?
I mean, there hasn't been anybody really to tell me, oh, you're not ready, just go back and stay. You know, I think most people, you believe I should come out anyways.
Yeah, I mean from last year. I'm sorry. In other words, did you hear different things like, okay, now you've done this and this and this, you've changed in this way? I don't know the extent of the feedback you get, but.
You know, I had a bigger role on the team this year than I did last year, so I was able to do more and showcase more than I did last year. Instead of just being labeled as a shooter, and you know, I came this year and I actually didn't even shoot the ball as well, but you know, I was forced to do other things, and you know, it just helped show my versatility as a player.
Was there a moment where it became clear to you just 100%? When did you finally say, okay, this is it?
You know, after sitting down with my parents and Izzo, you know, after the conversation, you know, just, you know, putting everything on the table, and you know, when it was over, I was like, yeah, so it's time.
When was it?
You know, it's been like an ongoing thing. So I mean, I felt like it was really, you know, I was gonna go, but you know, I didn't make a decision. So you know, I was still searching things out. But when I finally yesterday, when they announced and I declared, you know, that's when I felt like, yeah.
Have you signed with an agent already, or
No, I was not an agent.
do you have plans to before the draft, or?
Yeah, I definitely plan on signing an agent. Hopefully, I can sign one here in the next week or so.
How's that process going? How many different people are you talking to? What's that been like interviewing agents?
I'm talking to a few different people. You know, it's kind of like recruiting all over again. So you know, the relationships aren't as intimate as it was for the 3 or 4 years you've been recruited by certain schools. So you know, it's still gonna have a big decision to make here pretty soon about who I'm gonna choose to represent me. So.
Garrett, you've always had a tremendous relationship with your parents, good, solid. Are you letting them handle the agent process, or are you doing it?
My parents handled the agent process this year, last year, when like I really like virgin territory with the agent process, because many didn't talk to me. They all talked to my parents, and I really didn't realize how much my parents were dealing with throughout the season. They just tried to keep that away from me, and they did a good job with that. And you know, they showed me the select few that they really liked, and you know, I have meetings with them, and I'm gonna have to pick to see which I like.
What's hard about this decision? Can you kind of put that in? Is it the friends you have here? Is it the fact that there's no going back if you're not ready? What makes this decision difficult?
I mean, just the unknown, the fear of taking the next step, you know. Who knows what the future holds, you know, and, you know, once you're here for 2 years, you get comfortable with this, and, you know, you're familiar with everything. I mean, next year I could be in another city by myself. I don't have Coach Izzo with me. I don't have my parents being able to drive 2.5, 3 hours to come see me. You know, it's going to be different. And, you know, I'm on my own. I'm getting paid to play basketball, and it's a job, and it's not just more of a student-athlete thing. It's, I'm a professional, and it's my profession.
Were the guys on the team, you know, supportive of you going, or were they trying to talk you into staying, or was it?
No, they all understood, you know. Like, they were pretty much saying, oh, you got to go, man. I mean, it's right there. I mean, all of them were really very supportive. You know, I know they all have my back.
Denzel must be crushed.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, but, you know, I mean, he's definitely going to, you know, be sad that I'm leaving, you know, just because how close we became. But, you know, he has a lot to prove here next year. You know, it's going to be good for us, real good for us. And, you know, he's gonna be having to make a decision like I made this year here pretty soon.
Gary, obviously you weighed this and you didn't